So the purpose of wedging is to make the clay uniform. Not lumpy, not chunky, uniform. It's almost impossible to throw clay that's, as I say, chunky, clunky. Very difficult. So the consistency is important.
Can you talk about your spiral wedging thing?
Yeah, this is called a spiral wedge. You can see sort of a figure 8 going on there. And this one, I saw a film of a Japanese potter doing a very large piece of clay this way. And I said to myself, well, I have to do this. So I spent a week or two trying to figure out how this is done. And actually, it's the shape of the clay. I use the shape of the clay on the bottom here, and the turn is only very, very slight. You can see that it's just a little bit. But it's very efficient. It saves energy. That is my energy. And then I'll cut it in half. It's fairly well mixed. And put it back together. Care taking not to put pockets of air in. And here I form the round shape. Beginners invariably press too hard, and the clay just spreads out. So I focus on maintaining this shape. And there's not that much strength using my hands. It's basically this rocking motion. And like I say, it's very efficient even up to very large pieces of clay. So one time early on in my career, after I'd learned this, I said, well, John, let's just try a 50-pounder. And I had to build up the floor so I could get on top of it and have the mechanical advantage. And I started working the clay, and sure enough, everything went very smoothly. I just sat back and laughed because it was proof.
So how many pounds is that?
This is only a mere 3 pounds.
And that's for the big crocks?
Yeah. I'm going to do 2-pounders here.
And making some 3-pounders.
And the reason I weigh clay is to get uniformity, that is in size. We're not talking about perfection, but we're talking about pretty close. I could use measuring devices to make it spot on, but it's not as earthy.
Not as earthy.
You can see these, there's some varying heights. So there might be minor differences in the weight of the clay or the diameter that determine the height.